Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. This is a sports morning espresso shot. I'm your host, Will from Game On. He's my wonderful co-host, Cricket from sportspicks.locals.com. We're here to bring you the latest and greatest going on in the sports world. It's a hump day. It's one of those days where we got a few things to talk about. And then who knows where the ship's going to sail, Crick? We don't know. It's
Who knows?
Wednesday.
Mhm.
It's Wednesday. We ain't got
Indeed.
anything going on.
Not too much. Not too much, man.
Oh, no. And look, speaking of ship sailing, look at that. Mastering dropping the pirate flag in here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good to see you, Jamie. Hello.
Good morning, Jamie. Yes. Crick, how you doing this morning?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Hockey last night.
Gay!
But everything else pretty deep. I did hit a 5-unit play in the NBA. I decided I didn't give a damn. I was betting those damn Oklahoma City Thunder. I saw that minus 8.5. I watched that line move out. I said, I'm hammering this. And I did bet them damn Golden State Warriors too. I did not parlay them together like my dumb ass told y'all to do yesterday morning. I'm mad at myself for doing that because they both won with ease in that thing. But hockey kind of licked me last night. I did not find a winner in hockey, but NBA made up for it. We found a few winners. And the Pelicans, dead to me, man.
Why were they ever alive to you?
Man, I was watching that line yesterday, and it was doing funny things. And I wound up betting it when it went down to even money. And I was like, oh, dude, this one's moving crazy. It was moving against the money and stuff. And I just felt like it was a weird spot for the Nuggies. And I wound up putting a little 3-unit play on the money line. And then the line moved back out to plus 120 right about an hour after I did that. And I was like, I was a little worried about it. But hell, they were in the game the whole time. They were leading going into the fourth quarter. And the damn Nuggets wound up hitting a shot with like 39 seconds left to take the lead. They wound up winning it by 6. But the Pelicans led the whole damn game. Bums, dude. Worst name in sports.
Good morning, Jose Taco. Good morning, Hopelessly Persistent. And David, how we doing? I told you to stay away from that stupid dumbass game.
You did tell me that. And there really wasn't no way to be right on it. You got lucky either way.
The Nuggets have been pretty decent without Jokic.
It's my own dumbass fault. I've been telling y'all for 2 weeks now since Joker got hurt on Crick's Corner. I've been saying, hell, the only play in Nuggets games is you just bet Jamal Murray 30-plus points while the Joker's out. That dude just scores 30-plus points with that guy not on the court like it's his job, man. I guess it is.
I would say it kind of is his job, you know.
It kind of is. Not even kind of. It just is.
What was I going to say? I didn't bet any of the things that we were talking about yesterday. I was so busy. But I'm pretty sure some of those things when we were pulling up Better Day and looking at the trends stuff, I think a lot of those ended up hitting yesterday.
I think so too, dude. I think the Heat led pretty much wire to wire in that damn game. So I think they were up after the first quarter and the first half there.
Yeah, I said first quarter, first half Heat. I can't remember if we were talking about a total on that one.
I took the Heat for the game. I wound up taking a minus 1.5 for the game, a little minus 102, so that came through.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, this was everything anti. You were supposed to,
yeah.
Heat were bad at home first quarter against the spread, and the Suns were good on the road against the spread, from what I remember.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it on Crick's Corner yesterday. We were saying, like, you look at that, and a lot of people want to kind of ride those trends up. But after those trends are getting so good where you got a team that's like 11-3 or something like that, you got to expect some regression back to the mean at some point, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, it just shows you because the betting lines overcorrect.
Yeah.
Because that's how the books make sure they don't lose too much money.
Mm-hmm.
Or don't lose any money.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I know I see a bunch of college basketball lines that'll drop way down or 4 or 5 points or go way up 4 or 5 points or something, and they wind up hitting right in the middle of that thing. And I'm like, God, they cooked us all on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty dog.
This guy just pisses excellence. Sporting says Nuggets are my survivor pick for Saturday. You're still alive in that damn thing?
You wasn't in the show the other day, I guess. I think it was Friday or something that we were doing Crick's Corner. You weren't there Sporting. And I was asking about you. I was like, is anybody still left the survivors? The only person I know that it was even close to it was Supporting, but I hadn't heard you say anything about it. So you got that on Saturday and you're taking the Nuggies. Okay, fair enough.
Wow, look at that. Lakers. I believe Lakers were right playing that one too.
They were dogs. They were
Yeah.
3.5-point dogs in that game, won by 25.
Oh, how mad is LeBron he didn't get one more rebound?
Man, they were talking about all kind of stuff after that one last night. I guess his agent, is it Rich Paul or whatever? Which this guy's been in the media for some years now. He's his own man and drops some controversial takes. But he was on a podcast the other day talking about how they should trade Austin Reeves to Memphis for Jaren Jackson Jr. and some of that stuff and everything. And it's created little rifts out there. But LeBron's like, nah, man, that ain't me, man. That guy says what he wants when he wants. Don't judge what I think off of that guy. So I guess they're cool, but there's talks about Austin Reeves maybe leaving LA.
Really?
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's got that much weight, dude. I think this is just LeBron's agent trying to say what he thinks would be best for LeBron to try to get
I
another
think if
ring or
any
something
of
like
those
that.
guys are leaving, it's gonna be LeBron.
Well, I mean, and there's only a year or two left, and you got to use Austin Reeves to build for the future. But I think they're trying. His agent wants him to be able to win right now, and he knows they need another big man to be able to do that because they're not going to be able to do that with just the backcourt.
Interesting.
But I still don't think it's happening.
You wanna know a crazy stat? So, the Thunder, in case people didn't see it last night, Thunder finally get a win over the Spurs, first win of the season, 119-98. I heard a crazy stat yesterday. Shea is only, like, 15 games away from breaking Wilt's, uh, consecutive 20-point games.
How's he even in line for that yet?
Wilt's I can't remember the exact number, but Wilt, let's say, was, like, 127 games in a row, he scored at least 20 points.
God, I would have thought that guy scored 20
Shea's
points.
only 15 away from that.
That's pretty crazy, dude.
That's pretty
I would
damn
have thought
good.
I would have thought Wilt scored 20 points in every game. I
Yeah,
would have
I don't
thought that, especially back then when they didn't load management and stuff like that. Hell, you didn't even have a 3-point line. But I would have thought you just thrown it down to that monster underneath, and he scored 20 points every game. I bet any game they didn't score 20 in, they lost.
probably, yeah, or maybe he got injured, I don't know, maybe he had a flu game, had to come out in the middle of it. Oh, I found something out about that, I kinda like this because it goes against, like, Josh Allen going out and taking a snap, and that counts as playing a game. So,
Right,
you know how you can only miss a certain amount of games in the NBA, we're talking about Wemby won't be eligible for defensive player of the year or MVP or anything because he doesn't play the 65 games.
right.
Um, the NBA has a rule, I didn't know this, that, yeah, if you step on the court, that doesn't automatically count as a game played for that, uh, consideration for awards. You have to
I
play 20 minutes,
I think that is a great rule.
and you get 2 all season, you get 2, like, if you step on the court and play 3 minutes and you have to leave, they'll give you 2 of those that count. After that, you've gotta play 20. So, in
I
case of
like that,
they
dude.
give you that case of an injury, in case of I don't know what the reasoning behind it fully is, but I was like, "That makes sense.
Yes.
That's why you've been seeing Wemby, even though he's still not gonna get there, but that's why you've been seeing Wemby for the last month where he goes out and plays right at 20 to 21 minutes."
Yeah. I mean, and I still think that's a good rule because you're actually playing in the game and affecting the game. Josh Allen going out for one snap doesn't do anything, but if he plays the entire first quarter, I can live with that, you know?
Yeah. Good morning to Ninja. How
Good
we
morning.
doing?
Good morning.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Makes sense. Looks like it's shade if you look at the, what is it, PER or something like that, PER, that you look at that and you look at the top 5 guys in PER in the league,
What is
and
PER?
oh god, and why'd you have to ask me that?
I know.
That's a stat.
I didn't mean to set you up like that.
Our stat, let me see what it is. Player efficiency rating.
Okay.
If you look at that, the MVP is almost always one of those, one of the top 5 guys.
It should be.
There's only one guy that's in the top 5 that's gonna qualify.
SGA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the sixth guy will shock you. Let me see if I can get the actual list for you.
6 guy.
Uh,
Let me take a guess. I'm just gonna
oh,
throw a guess out there.
hold on. Let's see. It changed. It changed.
I
Um,
I wanna take a guess.
well, let me tell you the 5, and then I'll let you
Okay.
guess. Okay. Jokic is 1. Giannis is 2. Shea's 3. Wemby's 4. Luka's 5.
Jaylen Brown.
He is 15.
15. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, so it's gonna shock Jalen Johnson?
Number 7's gonna shock you, Zion Williamson.
Hmm.
Who'd you say? Jalen Johnson?
Yeah. Oh, I bet you I know who it
Uh,
is. It's gotta be Cade, right?
Jalen Johnson's 23.
Holy shit. What about Cade? Where's Cade at? Cunningham.
16.
Damn, I have no idea who it is then.
He's turned it on the last month.
Jamal Murray?
No, he's 19.
Damn.
He's turned it on the last month, maybe because he quit his second job and now is fully focused on basketball. Irish Hoops and Chain says Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram is wow, that's crazy. I don't
It's not
see Brandon Ingram in the top 50.
it's not no way it could be this guy. It's not LaMelo, right?
No, no.
I'm just looking at the Hornets have been going off the last few games. I was like, maybe he's been playing better than I thought. I don't know who it is.
Kawhi Leonard.
He has been going off. He had that 55-point game.
Well,
And
it's
a
not
couple
about just points. It's
you gotta
efficient.
it's not turning the ball over and stuff like that.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, that's what pisses me off about Kawhi. Because he could 100% be a top 3 player in the fucking league, but he's only gonna play 45 games. And the other ones he's not playing, he's not actually hurt or anything. He's just hanging out over at the landscaping firm, earning that paycheck.
No, he quit that job now, so he's got more time to play basketball.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, he's not having to go there anymore. I understand.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I'm excited, Crick. Listen, let me see what the price is on it. If you guys know that I have heavily invested, probably too much, into Giannis being traded to the Spurs.
Good morning, Beardo.
And right
Sneaking here.
now, huh?
I said, good morning, Beardo.
Oh, good morning, Beardo. You sneak in here?
Mm-hmm.
But have you guys heard about the water supply? No. What water
No,
supply?
tell me about it.
So I have a bunch of contracts averaging about my average is now 5 cents. You can get 50 to 1 right now that Giannis will be traded to the Spurs before February 6th, which is I
Who
believe the trade deadline.
who else is on that list? Because I'm convinced that he's getting traded, dude. He damn made an and one last night. I think it was last night. Up there, they're playing in their stadium. He makes it and one, and he falls down, and he's like booing the fans back. Like they're booing him, he's booing them. That doesn't feel like a match made in heaven.
Well, 87% says he stays in Milwaukee or retires.
I'd bet the no on that.
The no is 21. I pick San Antonio at 50 to 1 where it's at right now. I have 20 to 1, so I have the worst odds, but still it'll be a nice payday.
I think you can hedge out of that
Let me
somewhat
tell you
just
why
for
I'm
that.
excited about that.
Okay.
San Antonio. So, wait, hold on. Before we get into that, the latest was they're kind of at a stalemate. Organization came out the other day and said, "We will not trade Giannis unless he asks us to." You know, like he demands a trade.
Hasn't he already done that?
Well, Giannis says, "I will never ask them to do that. They're going to have to make that decision on their own."
Oh, well, hell, I guess we're at a stalemate.
Yeah, so we're in a little bit of hey, you're not gonna make me look like the bad guy demanding to leave this place or whatever, but I also want out of here.
Yeah, really. Just like I'd have my agent go leave a note in the comment card box or something.
Dude, well, they're stupid if they don't get rid of him before the trade deadline. They are absolutely stupid because they will lose about 50% of the value that they could gain. Meaning they can get some young players now, they can get some draft picks, which they can use obviously during the draft. Then if they wait, because one, you'll have less time on Giannis's contract and all that. It's just you. There's teams that are going to be eager now to go get Giannis because of where they're at playoff position wise. So, why am I very, very excited about this right now? You know who
Why?
plays tomorrow?
Who?
You know
Oh, the
who,
Bucks and Spurs?
goes? Bucks go down to San Antonio.
Ooh.
I think it'll be good. San Antonio gets to see. I mean, they just got their ass kicked by
You
OKC,
need him
right?
to go down there and score like 50.
Yeah. Or San Antonio whoops his ass, and he thinks that's actually a good team. I might want to play for that team. That would
Well,
be fun.
I feel like Giannis got a pretty good basketball mind, and he ought to be able to look and see that without having to go there and watch him beat him firsthand. I'd kind of like. I think you'd be better off if the Bucks like he dominated and the Bucks win a close one late. Yeah, I guess it did, sir.
I think we just
It's still.
floated right over it.
I started to say it's still gone over my head, man. That's fair though.
What's in the water supply? What's in the box?
And Giannis, I mean, if you're Milwaukee, looking at Giannis, dude, like, yeah, he's a great player. He's fun to watch, all that stuff. But how many more years you really going to have? I mean, this guy's already disgruntled. He's already doesn't really feel like he's in the right spot. I think you take the value and get something out of that guy before you lose him for nothing.
That would be the smart thing to do. But I mean, I know these organizations are actually kind of dumb sometimes.
No.
But hey, we're getting a few weeks away from the trade deadline. I think this is a perfect time for Milwaukee to go down to San Antonio and them to play. Does that make sense? Though, if this is ever going to be a little bit of a spark, this is going to be it. Someone's gonna end up, either Giannis is gonna be like, "Hey, I want to go there," or the Spurs are gonna be like, "We need to get that guy."
I
Because
I
obviously
agree.
they know how great he is, but when you get to see him come into your stadium,
Watch it firsthand. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean?
I'm with you, man. Like I said, I think you'd be better off if he goes down there and the Bucks barely win the game because of him, where he just freaked out and had like a 50-point triple double or something. And they're like, okay, shit, we had this piece here, and you can't stop us. I mean, I don't know why they ain't already thinking that. I mean, since you told me the first time a month and a half ago or whenever it was, I was like, man, that would be a good fit.
Jamie says, "What would be fair odds values for Giannis to Spurs?" I feel like that 50-1 is pretty fair.
Yeah,
I guess you're saying with how much time's left for this thing to be done and executed, and where the team stand right now, it's
dude,
going to be tough. That's
it's so hard to give fair odds on stuff like that because there's so many
yeah.
outside variables that can happen that can affect that stuff. It's really hard for anybody to give fair odds on
If
that.
we know that he is, let's say if we knew that yes, they were going to move him before the deadline, 50-1 is a steal because
Right.
the teams in front of him right now, the betting, at least the market I'm looking at, Toronto, no, not going to happen. Atlanta's already made their moves. I mean, the only thing that Atlanta has is that they can give Milwaukee back their pick this year,
And
so the Milwaukee can tank and
they
do what
could
they
put
need to do.
Jalen Johnson in that trade and send him back to Milwaukee, but he don't want to do that.
The Knicks, not going to happen. Golden State, not going to happen. Miami is not in. They're not in the standings of where they want to be able to make that kind of investment. Although you never can rule out Pat Riley's crazy ass.
And they've been talking about him for a couple years now. What are the
Yeah,
odds on Miami?
they are 33-1.
Okay.
But San Antonio, the reason why I've been high on San Antonio this whole time is one, they've been talking. I'll give the spiel again. They've been talking about it down there. Two, they've got a young roster that could right now. Odds are they're going to make some noise in the playoffs, but they probably don't have enough to beat the Thunder in 7 games. You get Giannis, it starts your window now of the win now mode. So you go and get it, and it's insurance if Wemby ends up getting hurt or can't play. If they continue this where he plays 20 to 24 minutes a game instead of playing 30 plus. If something happens or where he's limited, at least you have Giannis because Giannis can carry with that team can carry that team through the Thunder. He could. That team is really good on the bench.
Yeah, well, with De'Aaron Fox too, that guy's a great
Yes.
top 5 player at his position, in my opinion.
Exactly. Also, you might say, well, they're going to lose that bench if they have to trade for Giannis. No, they won't because they have so many assets. They have too many players right now. When we get to the second half of the season, this is where teams are going to figure out, okay, we're going to start playing 6, 7, 8 guys a game, and that's it because we've got to get ready for playoff mode.
Yeah.
They have so many young players. The Bucks need players. They don't have any draft capital. They don't have any young prospects they can trade for or pieces they can move. So you can get some young players and you can get draft capital. You can get 2 of the things you need all from San Antonio because San Antonio has way too many damn picks. Good picks too, not just their picks. They have other people's picks.
How long before you have to extend Giannis again?
I think he has 1 year left on his contract, but they would just do it right away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. But you probably have that agreed on before you even come.
You would do it now because he's not going to qualify for like a supermax deal, and that's why because he's not going to play enough games. So you want to get that contract done because if you wait till next year and he qualifies for a supermax, then you're paying more.
See, all that shit. That's the fine print and stuff. I don't necessarily disagree with this either, man, because I think they got some young pieces, and he's been kind of banged up. But RJ Barrett, but you got Scotty Barnes, you Brandon Ingram up there. You know, you can move a few things around and get him to Toronto, and we've shown that they've been willing to do that before with the Kawhi stuff and everything.
Yeah, I just don't. The other thing why I think San Antonio would do it, it opens their window to win now. But remember, we've been talking about they're building this new stadium, Project Marvel, got approved in November. The voters voted for it. Good morning, Alyssa. The voters of the city approved it. So we are like 4 years away from them having a new stadium.
Who was about?
The Spurs.
Spurs, that's right. That's right. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, so they're and the stadium is going to be huge for that city because now it's going to be a modern, big-ass stadium compared to what they have now because the stadium they have now is not great. And this is going to not only attract people to come watch the Spurs, this is going to take San Antonio into like the big boy leagues of like cities, like because you're going to have concerts that can be there. You're going to have they're going to be eligible for Final Four games for a lot of big events,
all kind of things. Yeah.
And when you get to that level, you need some superstars. Now they have Wemby, of course, but you add Giannis to that mix, and like username saying Twin Towers and Spurs would be epic. Yeah, people would want to come to see the Greek freak and the alien playing with each other. You know?
Yeah,
no
that's
homo.
fair. That's fair. No homo. Good morning, Alyssa. And any news on John Morant? Yeah, Irish, he sucks. That guy's a bum. He's a head case, and I think that he's an incredible talent. But I think he can't get out of his own damn head. And I think he's got a pretty bad inner circle that gives him some bad advice a lot of times, dude.
Yeah, Spurs would be playing downtown instead of 20 minutes away.
Did they agree on all that? To where last time we talked about it.
That's what they voted on in November. They voted to do it, so it's happening.
Okay. I thought we had talked about it.
That's the one they were voting on whether they were going to get the $500
million from the city.
Bond.
Yeah, they were going to pay like 3/4 of it, and they only wanted $500 million. But the city kind of had a problem with that the last time we talked about it. I didn't know if they'd come to terms on that.
Well, they just had to vote on it. The mayor made a huge deal about it. The new mayor, after this thing was already agreed upon. But yeah, the Spurs are going to put in 1.5 billion of their own money. City's going to pay 500 million, and then the Spurs are also going to pay any cost overages, which there's always cost overages.
You would be a damn fool if you're San Antonio and don't take that deal.
Yeah, because it's not just building the stadium. That's not the stadium itself isn't going to cost that much because they're also renovating a bunch of stuff downtown,
Well, you
like
gotta do
new
parking lots and all kind of shit.
parking lots, new apartments, and stuff like
Yeah.
that down there. Plus,
And that shit will pay for
new
itself
roads.
within 3 years if it takes that long.
Yeah, yeah. The last time they did it, they got a 10-year bond, and it paid off, paid for itself in I think 2.5.
Yeah. So see, that's what I'm saying. It's literally a license to print money. You'd be foolish not to take that deal if you're San Antonio.
Jose Taco knows. He goes, "I'm from San Antonio." He goes, "Yes, it's a tax increase." Yeah, that's how they're paying. They're going to pay the fees for the people that come in, stay in the hotels, go to the
That's smart,
restaurants,
dude.
do any of that stuff downtown. Yeah,
That's smart because then you're not lighting up your local people and all that stuff. You're bringing the people that are coming in using your resources that aren't
I
there
think the
paying for
only
all
thing that
the
the
stuff.
local people are going to see is like some stuff from restaurants and parking downtown. But I believe, correct me, Jose Taco. I believe San Antonio has there's like a day or something like that like locals get a park free for a certain time downtown or something like that. That's like
Like every week or
yeah, yeah. There's a certain day of the week or time carved out for locals to go down there.
they ought to
Yeah,
just
it's
do like they
sweet.
do and like give you some kind of little like they do in Florida, like the e-pass and shit like that. You ought to just have one of those if you're local.
But yeah, I think it's great that they're playing tomorrow. So I'm hoping that kind of sparks some things. And I mean, listen, I got 8,000 contracts on this thing, so it's be a nice little. It'd be the biggest Calcio winner I've ever had if this goes through.
Let's go, boys. Come on. Come on. And Irish, that would be fun to watch for about 2 games where you're talking about Ja to the Timberwolves. That'd be fun about 2 games until him and Anthony Edwards started butting heads. And then that would be probably it would be more entertaining to watch the drama in the locker room than it would the actual games. I don't think Anthony Edwards and John Morant could play together at all. What are you reading over there?
I get Beardo's joke now.
You get it now?
Yeah.
You want to enlighten me or just leave me here in the dark?
He says, "That's interesting, but have you heard about the water supply?" Who does that sound like?
Hell, I don't know, man.
Our rumble bots that come in and said they're putting the
Oh,
mRNA vaccine in the water supply.
they're trying to start World War III and all that stuff. Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
He says, "Great joke by me, 9 out of 10." Yeah, that was good. That was good, sir. Went way over our head. Well, I think we're just numb to the water supply now.
Yeah, and I just, I'm fully starting to believe they're putting mRNA vax in our foods. He said, "I don't ever go downtown. Too expensive. Downtown's expensive any damn where."
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's good for the local economy and businesses and whatnot. They're getting to you.
Mhm.
They've got us, Crick.
Hey, kind of off topic for a minute. Sudden talk about. I guess I got to say no homo before this too, because it's going to sound like I was dreaming about Grass Guy. But I guess the other night I'm laying there and I'm passed out, and ST's watching a show or something. And she said, also I started talking. I just said, "No, Grass, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Let's move on." She was like, "What?" I was like, "Nothing, nothing." A couple minutes later, all I said was, "Score!" I don't know, man. I guess I'm thinking about betting in my sleep too, man. I'm telling you, man. We're trying to find winners all the time around here, folks.
Oh, I had another one of my visions. Kind of like Beardo
Yeah,
had one of his. I had one.
that's right, Irish.
Okay. I had a vision, Crick.
Tell me.
Clear as day.
Clear as day.
The Buffalo Bills win the first half.
Dude, I like that.
I don't see this Denver team beating the snot out of Buffalo from start to finish. If Denver comes back, it's going to be because it's close, and then they're going to pull. They would have to make some sort of move at the end of the game or something like that, and then Josh Allen would have to screw it up. But I think Buffalo's coming out hot, and they're going to have a lead at half, and then it's going to what's going to be the determining factor is if Buffalo gasses out or not. but I think they're going full throttle to start this game.
I think that they know they have to. I think that's a good analysis, sir, because you can't fall behind in this one. What do you see what you get on the first half money line for the Bills?
Got to be right around even money.
Probably, let's see, it's looking like minus 105 for the
Yeah.
Bills.
Can you?
Yeah, if you want to
Are
go
they
crazy,
minus a half or plus a half?
they're plus a half, but you can go crazy with the cheese whiz, and you could take them. You could take the Bills minus 2.5 at plus 123 by field goal.
I could see it. I think you play it safe and just do the money line or the plus a half and pay the juice.
I would take money line. If I was, well, yeah, the plus half too. That does come into play. If we got a 10-10 or something like that.
Whoa! What kind of juju are you putting on Josh there?
Is he going to be over there on the sideline playing Tecmo Bowl on the GameCube or something? I mean, damn, that is some bad juju, Beardo.
Sporting likes the Bills and Texans for this weekend. I'm telling you, Sporting, you better be freaking careful with the Texans. Careful. No Nico.
For sure.
No player has ever come back off of 6 days rest and played after a concussion like that. The league is never. That's one thing why people are bitching about the scheduling this year, because there's 3 teams that are getting screwed that only get 6 days rest.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? I mean, hell,
You know,
we're supposed to give them a week in between every
conversation. Game? We had this conversation. Well, I mean, there is an argument to get rid of the stupid Monday night game on wildcard weekend.
Well, yeah, we should just play 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. Be done with it.
Yeah, or 3 and 4. Or I mean 2 and 4 or something like that.
Well, let's just play 3 and 3. We could do that. We have 1 o'clock, 4:30, and 8 o'clock both days. Done.
Yeah, done.
I mean, it is kind of stupid to stretch that thing out to the Monday night game. Like I said, my Bucks, anytime we make the playoffs, we always get stuck in that stupid ass Monday night game, and I hate it.
Be fine. I would be fine with all of them playing on Sunday. I would. You start 100%. The game. You don't start the second game or the next game until it's halftime of the other game, and you just do that all the way through. Because in that way, you'll have some overlap, but then like you'll if there's an exciting fourth quarter, you're not missing much of the other game.
You could do 1, 3, 4:30, 6, 8:30, and start that West Coast game, the late one, like they do in the earlier Monday Night Football game, where they start at like 10 o'clock or something like that. So it'd be 7 o'clock.
So I know we were talking about this of these teams bitching about having to play on short rest and whatnot, and how it's not fair during the playoffs. And we said, well, you know what, be better, be the 1 seed. Like San Francisco's bitching about it, because they get San Francisco. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the TV deal, because the advertisers want the standalone.
Yeah, that's why
it's not going to happen. It won't happen. I'm just saying, as a fan, I would be okay with it.
That's the only way you can do it, though, dude. Really, to make it fair, is to put everybody in the same amount of time with the same amount of off time and all that shit. But you're right, they'll never do that because of TV deals. But it wouldn't hurt the TV deals that bad to play them on Saturday and Sunday.
Here's the thing why hey, you want to Niners, you want some extra rest, you should have won that game and got the 1 seed. Okay, so I don't feel too bad for you because you had a chance to do it. I do think this is bad for the league, bad for the quality of football that's being put out there, and bad for we want these games to have meaning, and it's a huge disadvantage to these teams. And it feels like the league can kind of pick and choose who they want to make the Super Bowl based off of this. And this right here, what I'm about to tell you, is the one thing where I do feel sympathy for the Niners. When they play on Saturday, that'll be the Niners' 5th game in 26 games. Or in 26 days.
26 days. Yeah. That's crazy.
That's going to be Seattle's 3rd game in 26 days. That you can't have that big of a discrepancy. You know what I mean? You can't.
The 49ers also had a late bye, though.
No, but it's because of how the Niners played during Christmas week, and they played Christmas and all that, and all that stuff. So that's where I'm like,
that is kind of bullshit.
Yeah, if it was 4 games versus 3 games, okay, that's you got the bye. You got the bye, so that makes up. But 2-game difference, that's.
But granted, though,
that's not good for the product that's being put out there.
It's not good, but if you're the 49ers, just win the home game in week 18 and you get to it's vice versa.
Doesn't it feel like they kinda made a decision to, like, hold something back in that game? Like, I know they played poorly, but it feels like they didn't open up full like, they knew they probably weren't gonna win that game, and they were gonna save some things in case they rematch Seattle.
I'm just saying they played much better, worlds better last week at Philadelphia than they did against Seattle in week 18. So I mean, I could definitely buy into that.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it
They
definitely
kinda
seems
just
that way,
knew,
man.
"We're not gonna win this game."
Because you got absolutely dominated in that game, absolutely dominated, and they went out there and they actually showed me something against Philly, man. They able to take the blows and keep going right there. They played much better, and I'm kind of with you on that.
They won't do that, they won't make AFC play Saturday, NFC play Sunday because of the, contract rights. They gotta have one on each day because of who's the broadcasting rights. Like, Fox wants that NFC game on both days. They don't
Well,
want them
these
both on the same day.
these contracts are what's screwing everything up.
Hey, the league agreed to it.
Oh,
They're
yeah, they
fine
would.
cashing all those checks.
That's because they would agree to it. They're the ones, yeah, exactly. Cash all the checks, put them in the bank account. All the rest of us as fans, though, that are really paying all the bills, the ones that get screwed.
Yeah, you're not gonna get a change until an owner comes out and, like, a prominent owner comes out and says, "Hey, we're tired of getting screwed in the playoffs."
And they're never going to do that, dude. Those
No.
owners all stick together. They don't come out because they know everybody's making money hand over fucking fist, and they don't really care. There's a few of them that care about championships. The rest of them just care about money.
I I don't think there would be that much money lost in overlapping games. I really don't. I mean, these NFL games, dude, they get they get so they could put out dog shit and we get great ratings.
I just have no idea how these TV rights are worth what they're worth, dude. I mean, I understand
Because
that people paying for
live
stream,
TV, man.
and I get that, but it's just like to me, it seems like an astronomical amount of money, and I just don't even know how that much money is available to go around for something like this, dude.
Yeah, because advertisers, dude, they come flocking.
That's
They
true.
flock.
That's why I got to watch a 2 minute, uh, 2.5 minute commercial break after every third play, or
Mhm.
every time they want to review a play. They got to squeeze an extra ad in there and all that shit. That I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it is.
I
But yeah, I do think that sucks for the Niners, but nothing's gonna get changed this year about it, so people can quit bitching about it.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
like I said.
Niners,
They're playing in 3 days and go
yeah,
play the day after that, and everybody can bitch all they want to. But like I said, hey, 49ers, you don't want all them games in 26 days. You won that game against Seattle, you'd have had 3 games, 26 days, they'd have had five, period.
also Niners, win this game and you're gonna get not only to play your last game, well, the NFC Championship game at home, you'll get 8 days off. So, go win it.
Would they be playing that one at home?
Yeah.
No, they're the 6th seed.
Oh, wait, no, they're not. You're right.
They can't play it at home. They got you got the 2 and the 5 seed on the other side, so they'll be on the
Oh,
road. But
go win the next 2 and you can play your last game at home.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, you play the big one at home.
Either way, win this game and guess what? You get 8 days off. How about that?
There you go. That's all easy peasy.
I kept thinking they were the 5. They were a higher seed for some reason. I don't know why.
No, Rams are the 5.
I want Niners and Bears to win. Get that Niners-Bears rematch, but this time out in Chicago.
Mm.
Remember that Niners-Bears game?
Mhm.
Week 17?
42-38, I believe.
Something like that? Sunday Night
Yep.
Football, right? It was?
Yep,
Was it
I believe
football?
I do remember that one. Oh, yeah, I clearly remember that one. That was, Brock Purdy's 5 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, everything else that beat me in fantasy. Yeah, fuck Brock Purdy.
Do you guys have a problem with commercials not being kid-friendly in sports, horror shows especially? I don't really have a problem with it because I'll tell you what, like, when we're talking little kids, I got a bunch of little kids, none of them give a damn about what's on the TV when I put the football game on. They're not paying attention to it.
Yeah, and, I mean, I don't know how you make everything for one, you're not really watching a kid-friendly program. A lot of times I understand sports could be that way and stuff like that, but there's more adults watching that, so they're gonna target that market, and like Will said, kids ain't paying no damn attention, no way.
Yeah. Sporting says Stroud has played better without Nico this season. Yeah. If you want to follow that logic, and think that's going to continue. Go ahead. But I'd rather have my star wide receiver out there than not.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's going to
Hey,
be cold. It's going to be.
if he doesn't play, we need to look at Jaden Higgins props. Yeah, I hear you guys. I said if Nico does not play, we need to look at Jaden Higgins props.
Oh yeah. I'm just telling you, man. Be careful with those Texans. Short week. So the Texans, the Bills, and the Niners all have a rest disadvantage.
Well,
not just against their opponent, but like they got even more screwed. I just say.
Well,
6
that's
days in between games.
Win one more regular season game, and you'd be on the other side of that. All of you.
I'm calling it now. You can go ahead and clip this. Patriots 28, Houston 10.
Oh. Keeps the total under.
And the only way I'm wrong,
that Texans defense?
Huh?
You're putting up 28 on that Texans defense?
Yeah.
I'm just
Sure
saying, kind of like Grass guy's saying on there, that Texans defense a lot better than that Chargers defense. You only put up a 16 spot.
It's okay. First playoff game jitters, got it out of the way. And the only way I'm wrong on that prediction is if the Patriots actually score more than 28. But the Texans they're not getting more than 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all biased aside, which of these games are you most excited about?
Probably equal.
It's fair. 25% excited.
You know what that's from? You know what that's from?
I
think it was back. I think he hadn't won the presidency yet. It was when Trump was running the first time. They were talking about the Old Testament and the New Testament in the interview, and he was talking about how he loves the Bible, been reading it and whatnot. And they go, okay, if that's the case, then which one's your favorite, the Old Testament or the New Testament? And Trump goes, probably equal. Well, Beard, I do it. He does a way better voice than I do. But it was just such a genius response because they're trying to set him up and trap him, and he goes, equal.
Good morning, some guy. He's had multiple concussions from hockey. He has no idea how these guys make it back to play in a week or less. That's crazy. Yeah, they probably should not be making it back in a week or less.
No one has. No one has on 6 days rest. The league has not let someone come back on 6 days rest.
And
it's never happened.
It's almost like that's a part of the protocol that you got to wait at least a week.
They just don't have enough time to do it to get through that protocol.
The biggest thing is you have to log 2 practices. That's the biggest thing. You have to log 2 full practices, and by the time they get cleared to practice, it's already like Friday. You got a team playing on a Saturday or something like that, or early Sunday. You don't have time to log 2 practices before you can get back to that game, and that's part of the protocol.
Yeah. Will, your Pats only put up 16 on the Chargers defense. Houston's going to be a whole nother level. Ain't no way they're scoring 28. All right, well, bet me on it.
I'm telling y'all right now, y'all better hope with everything inside of you that the Patriots do not win the Super Bowl, because all of the shit that y'all have talked for months down there in the chat and thrown the little zingers at him and everything, if the Patriots find a way to win this damn Super Bowl, he is going to be intolerable for an entire fucking year, and it won't be anybody's fault but y'all's.
It'd be deserved.
That y'all would 100% deserve it.
That's right, Eric John. Go Pats, baby.
Man, the pizza artist. Let's go, baby. How you doing, sir? Hope you all right.
Pats all the way. See, Eric John. I knew Eric John was sharp.
Man.
I knew he wasn't just good at making pizza and putting on a great show.
I feel a Mike Vrabel pizza coming.
Oh,
dude. There you go, pizza artist. There's your idea, man. You need to make a Mike Vrabel pizza, man.
Oh,
it'd be like he did with the Hulk, man. You probably get to meet him, deliver it to him, and everything.
Patriots Seattle Super Bowl rematch would be good. You asked me which one is my favorite for this weekend. It's tough, dude. I'm excited for a lot of these games. It's either Broncos Bills or Rams Bears. I'm just so curious of how those games are going to go.
Mine is Rams Bears.
Yeah.
I feel like hell. I did not have it on my bingo card that like 80% of the Bears games would be the most exciting games of those weekends. I feel like this is going to be another one too, dude.
Because I already know the Patriots are going to stomp out the Texans, so I mean that's not going to be that exciting. Seattle 9. You know what's funny? I'm going to give you a little preview of what I'm going to say Friday and Saturday when we talk about about the games.
Okay.
Everyone who's pounding their chest and taking the Seahawks, just remember, you're laying 7.5 with Sam Darnold in a playoff game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm just going to say. So I'm going to leave that nugget right there. You're taking Sam Darnold minus 7.5 in a playoff game.
That feels like too many damn points for either one of them teams to be giving the other one. I know what just happened a couple weeks ago and all that stuff, but that's all the more reason I feel like it feels fishy because they just think it's going to be the exact same thing that happened 2 weeks ago.
Easiest schedule in the entire league and just world beaters now. I mean, we're one of the last 8 standing.
That's the truth.
About to make the Final Four.
Let's see here. I was trying to see what oh dude. Look at this one. Let me show you. Hold on. Give me just a second. Pull that up. Boom. Look at that one, bro. This guy's incredible, dude.
That is awesome.
You're a savage, bro. I'm telling you, man. I seriously could not draw this stuff on notebook paper, man.
I like how he makes the glasses, even the shade of the glasses. Like he gets that yellow in it. That's
awesome. I'm telling you, he does it all, bro. I'm telling you, that man's got facial hair and everything. That's crazy. Scroll down one more, he says. Oh, shoot. I should have showed you this one, man.
Let's go Pats, baby.
Let's go, baby. Go Pats.
That's my second favorite one he's ever done.
What's your first?
The Game On football.
Okay, fair enough.
Did you see that one?
I did see that one.
Yeah, before the season started.
Yeah, I did see that one, man.
Listen, Eric John, if the Patriots go on, which they will, to win the Super Bowl, that's got to be a tradition now. Like the Sunday before the season starts, we got to do a Game On pizza because that's just good luck for the Pats. Clearly, right?
There you go. Some guy says, I personally don't like facial hair in my pizza. That's probably like crushed red pepper or something, man.
Haters are already going to say 0-3 playoff Herbie and Texans have no offense to maintain the easy schedule narrative for the pair. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like it doesn't matter. When we beat the Texans this weekend, everyone's going to forget about the Texans defense. Like, yeah, well, they don't have an offense. You guys are still frauds.
If y'all win the Super Bowl, they're going to say, well, Mahomes wasn't in there. Joe Burrow wasn't in there. Lamar wasn't in there. They're going to say all that shit, whatever. You know what you'll say? I'll polish this trophy and y'all shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I do want to I'm waiting to see how they do in the playoffs and whatnot, but I'm because if they end up winning the whole thing, right, I'm going to probably get some sort of Super Bowl gear. But I really want to get this jersey. If not, who knows? I'll probably get them both. But I really think I'm going to get a custom. Let me see. Where the hell are my teams? Jerseys. I really like these jerseys. I mean, they got some sick jerseys on here, but these ones are pretty sweet.
I love those. I think those look really good.
They got some cool ones on here.
I like the helmets they wore with those gray jerseys.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
They look really good. Tell you what, I've seen some really cool uniforms in the NFL this year, and I've seen some really trash ones. I'm like, how can some of these teams, like, who was it? Like the Colts? I think the Colts, when they wore their black helmets with like their blue jerseys or something like that, they just clashed. They looked like hell. But then you got somebody like the 49ers that wore their all blacks, or even the Jets, when they wore those Gotham uniforms, the all black ones, they got the shit beat out of them, but they still look cool.
Username said Josh Allen MVP, just put a sprinkle on it. Now remember, the playoffs don't count towards the MVP, so be careful with that.
I don't know how they don't. they don't vote on this shit for another 3 damn weeks. I assume all these people are watching these damn games.
Grass Guy says, let's see. Hold on this one. The Nor'easter uniforms were pretty sweet. Grass Guy said, what are the odds there's no show on Monday?
0.
Yeah, 0. We're in here. Even my Patriots lose, which they won't.
We're here, buddy.
We're here. I like doing this shit, hanging out with you guys too much. That's the whole point. Like, we talk shit to each other as fans, and when it blows up in our face, we gotta eat the shit. All right, you guys gotta come in here, and I gotta take it. That's how it works.
Or I get to come in here and yell how some bum fumbled 3 times and cost me my bet by the hook and different things like that. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be here to rant just like I'll be here to be happy. I actually enjoy the rants more sometimes because I get it off my chest.
You know, we do end early on Sunday because I think it's 6:30 your time, right?
Yep. 3:00 for the early one and 6:30 for the late one.
We might do a surprise, or I don't know if you're available, but do a surprise Sunday night show and talk about the games a little bit.
We'll see. We'll see what I got going on then.
Maybe make it a Rumble Premium or something.
What are we going to do the round table on Saturday?
I don't know. I got to talk to Beardo and everyone because, if we do
But we probably should because half the games are being played on Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, Grass Guy. Thinking on the same wavelength there, bud.
We'll I'll send some messages out. We'll see.
I'm down for that if y'all want to.
I mean, I'm live. I'm going to be live Saturday and Sunday anyways. So, maybe we do 2 mini roundtables. I don't know. I do know that
we'd be better off.
I think we have another sponsor for the roundtable, which is for Sunday's show. So we still have to do a Sunday show.
Okay. Well, either way. Well, I mean, we can do 2 mini ones. They could be a little shorter or whatever, hour and a half or something versus the 2.5. I'm down.
Will on Spit and Truth, maybe not so much. What does that mean? I'd come on Spit and Truth one of these
It's just a bad time for
guys. Yeah, you start right when
it's like we go 9:30 our time, which is 6:30 his time, which is like dinner time and bath time and everything for that.
No, we're past dinner, but yeah, it's bath. Like I don't get all my little kids into bed. That's like the peak hour of hell.
I feel like the only time you got to actually jump in there with us for a little bit is because you had to like run to the store or something or go pick up dinner or something. You were like waiting
I was going home from work. I was working.
Yeah. You got to hop in on the phone for a little bit.
Yeah. Grass Guy wants to join the roundtable. You can. Absolutely. Spitting Tooth.
There you go.
All right. We got 2 more topics that I want to get to at least before the show is over today. One is the Mike Tomlin news, of course. So let's just jump into that. Then I want to talk to you about something I've been wanting to talk to you about for a while, and I keep forgetting to bring it up. It's in my notes. It has to do with college football, but it kind of ties in to Mark Cuban, and he's the biggest NIL donor to Indiana. You know that, right?
Mark Cuban?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest NIL donor to Indiana?
Yeah.
Is that where he's from or something?
I don't know. I don't know what the connection is. Okay. I just know.
Yeah, fair enough. I did not know that. No.
He's gotten a massive return on his investment. But I want to talk about that.
That's all that guy does is get massive returns on his investments.
But I want to talk about these billionaires who, listen, there's not enough teams for these billionaires to actually go out and own a professional franchise anymore. Hell, there's not even billionaires can't afford one on their own now.
Well, and that's like a club, dude. You got to be approved by everybody, and you got to get in the old boys club and all that stuff usually.
Yeah, but now with college football, a billionaire can go get their team. They can go fund a team. So we can talk about that and see, a little bit. But first, we'll get into the Mike Tomlin news. So yesterday, it was announced Mike Tomlin is stepping down after 19 seasons with the Steelers. Crazy historic run. I saw a lot of Steelers fans happy. I do think it was probably a time for the team to go in a different direction. But I do think the Steelers are gonna miss Tomlin for one season. I think next year they're gonna miss Tomlin, no matter who they hire. They're gonna miss the it's one of those, you didn't know what you had until it's gone type deal, but it had to be done. But you're gonna
Yeah.
miss the consistency, even as frustrating as it is going 9-8 or 10-7 and losing the first round of the playoffs. When you have
Well,
that first season where you're
what do
for
you
a
go
4-win team.
let's say, what do you go 3-14, and let's see
Yeah,
how good them playoffs feel. Yeah, you pay Paradise and put up a parking lot, man. I'm telling you, Mike Tomlin just got tired of hearing all this bullshit up there. This guy's
yeah,
always been one of those dudes that's like all in with his team. I mean, you got him inviting these guys over for Thanksgiving and everything else and stuff. This guy's been all in for this franchise for 20 damn years now, every bit of it. And I think he's just tired of the shit. I don't think they were really forcing him out, but I think the fan base, the owners are hearing all that shit too. I don't think they wanted to have to do this, but it's kind of like, we don't want to fire you. It's your option, your choice. What do you want to do? And if I was Mike Tomlin, Beardo, you can vouch for this. I'd be sitting in my golf cart on hole 1 right now.
yeah. He so since he's stepping down, the the Steelers technically still have his rights. It was like when Sean Payton stepped down from the Saints. They still had his rights. So I
How
don't think
long?
he was 1 year,
1 year? Okay.
which I don't think Tomlin was looking to go find a new job right away. I do think he'll go do a TV thing. He'll sit out a year, kind of refresh, and then maybe come back next year.
As of right now, and it may all be a little fresh on the mind, emotions flowing and everything out. But right now, he does not want to coach anywhere in 2026. He said that.
Yeah. I think that's good. Good for him.
Yeah.
Take a breather. He's young enough to be able to do that and still come back. Did you see the Ravens owner yesterday? He was having a fun press conference, but the news broke to him. I was watching clips from it. The news broke while he was doing his press conference, and he was they told him that Mike Tomlin stepped down. And he's like, "No way!" And he was just shocked. He's like, "Listen, I love Mike. I've known Mike for 18 years now. Like I love Mike. Great guy, great coach, and all that stuff." But he was just stunned. And then they asked him because the press conference was about finding the next coach of the Ravens. And they're like, "Is Mike Tomlin now on the?" Yeah, he said, "Is Mike Tomlin now a candidate for the head coaching position?" And he kind of laughed and he goes, "Only if John goes to the Steelers will we make that happen."
Yes, that would
So
be
he's
awesome,
got a
dude.
sense of humor. He was
Yeah.
just going with
At least he got a sense of humor, man. That's some alternate universe stuff right there. But I was thinking about that immediately. I was like, man, as soon as I heard the news, because my buddy stopped by yesterday, and my buddy Jake is a big Steelers fan, and they stopped by, and this is when the news broke. I didn't even know it yet. That's how I actually found out about the news. I walked there because my buddy goes, "You gonna go coach the Steelers?" And I was like, "Well, hell, man, y'all ain't even got rid of your guy yet." And he was like, "No, man, he just stepped down." And my phone had the breaking news on it, and I was like, "Oh shit, I wonder what it's gonna be like to see John Harbaugh in Steelers black and yellow."
it. Yeah. Cuban is an alum of Indiana. Okay, that
Okay,
makes sense then.
that
I
makes sense.
figured that was the case.
That makes sense. But hey,
Um,
every university got billionaire alumni
yeah. Even if they're not
these days.
alumni, they just want ties to one of these teams. Why not? Um,
Yeah.
but another interesting thing that the Ravens owner said. So we know, like you said, it's a club. It's hard to get in, and once you're in for this especially NFL. I thought it was interesting. The Ravens owner said he is not going to pass the team down to his children. He said he's got like 10 to 12 years left, and then he's gonna be selling the team. He's like 65 right now, and he's like, it was very interesting. He said, "I've seen this shit happen and tear families apart when
I agree with it.
it gets passed down." He goes, "And I'm not gonna put that on my family. I'm gonna run this thing for about 10 to 12 more years, and then we will be, moving on and selling the Ravens."
Earn your own shit for the kids. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. What did he say? He said something. He said something about Jerry Jones. He goes, "I sit there and look at Jerry at 83 years old talking about all these different things and blah blah blah." And he's like, "I don't want to be doing that at 83."
Zero desire to do that. And that's fair, dude. I can imagine like I said, when I'm at 83 or whatever, I don't want to be doing shit but what I want to do.
Yeah. God, what is the Ravens owner's name? Raven owner is Steve Bichetti. Steve Bichetti.
Shit,
He
that sounds
kind
right.
of looks like in right here. He kind of looks like God, what's his name? Dennis Quaid, the actor, right? Is that his name?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
Kind
The
of,
rookie and shit. Isn't
yeah.
that who that? Yeah, a little bit. I could see it. I could see that.
Let me
Okay,
see.
they got. He looks like a cool dude, man. He just hang
Yeah.
out, smoke cigars, drink cognac with you.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah. I could see it. I could see it.
Yeah.
He,
So, but hold on. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Is look up, see if I can find that quote about Jerry Jones.
hey, good morning, Miss Leslie.
Uh,
Were you trying to find his quote?
yeah, about Jerry. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm with him. I wouldn't want to be doing all that shit Jerry Jones doing either. And that's literally who I was thinking about when you said that stuff. Was the
He,
cowboy?
the owner, they asked him to go if that field goal wouldn't have missed for the Ravens against the Steelers, would John still be the head coach of the Ravens? And the owner looks at him and goes, "For 7 more days, he would have." Meaning this decision was not taken lightly, was not based off of one outcome. Like we already had plans to move on.
Yep. The only thing was saving him is making a run to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Um,
There you go, B Mac. Take it with you, man.
let's see. God, where's that quote?
I don't know what the Steelers. I mean, who is the top candidate for the Steelers? It's got to be Harbaugh, right? He feels like a Pittsburgh type of guy.
I don't know. I don't think he's going there.
Who you think? Who you think they'll look at?
I I haven't put much thought into it.
Stefanski.
Let's see. Yeah,
Knows the division
remember they don't
and
move
did.
on from coaches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why the only thing I was thinking Harbaugh could be a good fit. They're trying to get somebody in there they can keep for a little bit.
Oh, this is a quote he said. Okay. He says, "When I see Jerry talking about what part of his anatomy he'd give up for a Super Bowl at 83 years old, I don't want to be there."
It's fair. That's fair, dude. I understand that. Kiffin to
He's like,
Pittsburgh.
I got a he goes, "I got a decade left in me. I would love to win a couple more Super Bowls and get the hell out."
I don't blame him.
Kiffin to Pittsburgh, maybe.
You really think it's a foregone conclusion that Harbaugh's going to the Giants?
No, I don't think it's the Giants. I would be at this point. I think I'd be shocked if he went to the Giants. I think he's going elsewhere.
What do you think? Atlanta, Miami,
Miami. Dude, there's 9 coaches coaching vacancies right now.
9?
I don't there's 9. I don't
That's
think there's enough.
damn league almost.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough coaches currently to fill it in the NFL. Like, I really don't.
What I'm saying. Like at this point in time, you're firing your guys that have been there for 20 damn years, and I'm like, who the hell are you thinking you're going to get?
I think some of these coaching vacancies are going to get filled with some top college football coaches. I know it's always a risk, but I really do think they're going to go poach a college guy because there just isn't enough.
They ought to park the Brinks truck in Bloomington, Indiana, is what they ought to do.
He's not there, dude.
It's not going to happen. They done paid that man. And Kurt Signetti don't want to deal with all that shit. He's like Nick Saban, dude. He don't want to go deal with the NFL, and because like his style would be a lot like Nick Saban's, to where it wouldn't transition to the NFL because now all the players make more money than you do, and they'll listen to them more than they'll listen to you. And he don't like that shit. That takes away. From
there's some coordinators too out there that teams are going to want that I don't think they're going to be able to pull away, which sounds crazy because a coordinator always wants to go get that head coaching job, right? It's like when they come calling, you got to do it. But like, take Steve Spagnuolo, right? He's on the top of a lot of people's list to come be a head coach.
He's like 80.
I don't think Spagnuolo.
How old is he? Ain't he older?
If he's 80, he looks really good for 80.
I don't think he's that old, but I mean, hell, I think he's about as old as Andy Reid.
All these guys are old.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I know he's a great. He's been a head coach before too, right?
Yeah, he's 66.
Okay, well, it's still not a spring chicken.
No, but I think Spagnuolo knows that he's in a good spot, and Andy Reid is going to be stepping down soon, and I think he wants the Kansas City head coaching position.
That would be smart. It didn't go that well when he was a head coach before, right?
Yeah, well, it was like the Rams, right?
Colts, I thought.
Yeah, he was head coach of the Rams from 2009 to 2011. Yeah,
okay.
I mean, that was a tough time.
Marcus Freeman's already said he ain't going nowhere, B-Mac.
Yeah. What else was I going to say about this? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who goes where. Kind of funny that these coaches we're going to have some flip flops, you know. But how crazy is this, Rick? How crazy is this? If I would have told you halfway through the season there was going to be a coach fired out of the AFC North, you probably would have bet your life savings that it was Zach Taylor.
I would have 100% thought that was the only thing that would have pumped the brakes on that is that he's been unfortunate with some injuries to Joe Burrow, and I feel like they gave him a little longer leash because of that. But
yeah, you're right. You mean thinking of Tomlin and Harbaugh being gone, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have thought them two. I mean, I would have thought Stefanski more. One of the two guys in Ohio is what I would have thought.
Zach Taylor realizing he's the only coach in the AFC North who wasn't fired.
That's a great show if y'all ain't seen it. It's a great show. Oh man, 100%, dude, 100%.
Oh man, how the hell did he survive all this? That's crazy.
All of it. Yes, if you if at that point in the season, if you said okay, there's gonna be 9 jobs open, I would have bet my entire life savings that the Bengals would be one of them. Straight up.
The Bengals at this point should just do it now. They're like, fuck it, everyone's doing it.
all the cool kids are doing it.
John Harbaugh's out there. Let's go get him.
That's what I feel like. There's a lot of teams that are sitting there and they're like, shit, we didn't know he was going to be available. Maybe we should fire our coach now.
Yeah. But yeah, Tomlin's gone. He'll be back. Not
he
this
will
year, but
indeed be back. Not this year, but I fully believe Mike Tomlin will be coaching a football team somewhere in 2027.
Yeah, it's real interesting what's going to happen with all these positions that are available. And who goes where?
I guarantee you this, that at least half of them, 5 of those 9 are going to screw it up.
Yeah.
You can be sure of that.
Yeah. Here, hang out with the chat for 1 second, then we'll get into that other conversation in one minute. I'll be right back.
All right. The Ninja says Brown should have kept their coach. I mean, I think Stefanski did some pretty good things down there, given to what he had, the resources available. So like anytime you can make the playoffs even once with Cleveland, that's pretty impressive. He's not going somewhere that doesn't have an established quarterback. You talk about Harbaugh. Hell, but yeah, a lot of these teams that y'all are talking about, I don't necessarily believe they have established quarterbacks. Y'all, for the Giants, fully believe that Jackson Dart is the guy, and I'm not completely sold there yet. So we'll see. Refs, donkey, B-Max. That's right, baby. That's right. Kiffin to Pittsburgh. Hey, you make the bag big enough, that guy will go anywhere, some guy. Yeah, you make the bag big enough, he will go anywhere. You may mad respect for Tomlin. I like Mike Tomlin, man. I've always liked Mike Tomlin. I don't know how you can't. And he's maybe Dog Spa says maybe he can fix the Raiders. I don't know if God himself could fix the damn Raiders, Dog Spa. I am not convinced. There are a few franchises out there in the NFL that are just, in my opinion, never getting out of that cellar. We'll see, though. We will see. South Dakota State Jackrabbits money line over North Dakota State tonight. Plus 185. It's a little college basketball. B-Mac came through on that Kansas one for us last time. We didn't even sweat that one, man. We could have all lined that Kansas play out as far as they let us take it. They won that damn thing by 21, I think, hand Iowa State their first loss of the season. That's fair, Grass Guy. We can always do that. That's what Crick's Corner for, man. Discussions. We just keep rolling right along. We'll talk about it, man. And I'm not saying he didn't have a good year. I'm just not sold that guy is going to be. For one, I don't think that guy's learned to slide yet. And you watch him take some licks, so I don't know that he can be healthy 100% of the time, be on the field. And availability is the best ability.
You were just talking about God can't even fix the Raiders. Tom Brady's fixing the Raiders. Look what he's done in this first season, Crick. This guy, all he does is be the best at everything. He's the best minority owner the league has ever seen already. You want to know why? He came in there, and in one season, the Raiders have the number 1 overall pick. If you're going to suck, you're going to suck the best, all right?
Fair enough.
And the Raiders, I believe, were the first team to win the first game of the season, win the last game of the season, and have the number 1 overall pick.
Oh, God almighty. Fair enough, man. And hey, I don't think you're wrong for that, supporting, being slightly optimistic about the Saints. I do think the Saints have their quarterback of the future. I do.
So I wanted to have this discussion with you about originally my thought was talking about these teams in college football, about how it seems like getting the top prospect from a quarterback standpoint, these teams don't really need to do that anymore. They don't need to go out and try to find who's the best 5-star QB and get the rights to him and whatnot, because it doesn't seem to work out. Look at the Final Four this year. There were all quarterbacks that were transfers. I think now with the NIL era, these teams should just be looking at going out and buying a veteran quarterback. Doesn't mean you still can't sign a young guy, but don't have – I mean, when's the last time we saw a freshman come in and just light it up?
I mean, it happens, a little flash.
You want to say Julian Sand? He was a red shirt, but even we'll give it to him.
It's very hard.
We'll give it to him, but even him, look at what he shit the bed in the playoffs.
Well, people don't understand. It was hard to come out of high school and go play directly in college football before you had all these COVID years and everything, and you're playing against like 24 and 25-year-old men out there. But the speed of the game changes so much, it's hard to adjust to that. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense that you're not going to see a guy come in. But, I mean, I'm kind of with you, man. You look at both the quarterbacks in the national championship now, obviously have transferred from previous schools. Carson Beck was, we expected last year going into the season to be the top pick in the NFL draft and all that stuff. Obviously didn't work out. He transfers to Miami. But, I mean, I'm kind of with you. If you got the money, but you got to know this market's going to keep going up every year, just like the damn one in the NFL does. Like they're worth 4.3 or whatever this year. They'll be worth 4.8 next year or 5 even, and you'll see it continuously go up. So you're going to have to keep expending those NIL funds, but it's not a bad move, man, because obviously both quarterbacks playing right now are older guys that got signed that came in with experience and got put on good teams and were able to take them to the next level. Hell yeah, some guy. It worked, huh?
Yeah. No, so that's what I was thinking. I was like, dude, it seems like you just go out and buy players, and that leads me into this next, into the Mark Cuban thing. But before we get into that, something interesting with Miami. Miami is having they're kind of victims to success this year because of how stupid the rules are in the NCAA and NFL draft. Today's the last day to declare for the draft. Miami doesn't have a quarterback next year.
I already knew that.
Yeah, and I think the favorite that they were going to go after was Sam Levitt. That's gone.
Where's he going?
Isn't he the one that Lane Kiffin just snagged?
Fuck Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, he's going to LSU.
Yeah, well, I hope you suck.
Their backup plan was going to be Dylan Raiola.
Going to
He's
Oregon.
now at Oregon. They're talking about their third option is trying to convince Ty Simpson to not go to the draft, even though he declared for the draft. He can still back out today. They have till today to do it, but they're talking about like Ty Simpson already turned down like $6 million to come back. So they're talking about just throwing money at him to get him to come back. Which, if I'm Ty Simpson, granted, you're going to be a top pick in this draft.
I'd hang out for 1 more year and take that $6 million.
8? No, I mean, they were talking about throwing 8, 8.5 at him.
I'd 100% take that. 100%.
No, Carson Beck is playing his last football game in college football on Monday.
It will be the last game on Monday for sure.
Yeah. So
Thorsby
Miami's kind of screwed. You know, because they keep winning, they kind of screwed themselves a little bit. But I mean, hell, obviously you'd rather play in the national championship than worry about next season. And who knows? I mean, although they're huge underdogs, they still have a chance to win the whole damn thing. They also get $23 million now that they get to go play with, which did you hear about that? The ACC doesn't do revenue sharing.
They shouldn't. Those teams suck, dude.
No, well, I don't think any conference really should. Or I mean, maybe not like an even split, but if you're the team that gets the way there, you know what I mean?
If you're the team that gets there, you should get some more money. That's like Tennessee and Georgia had to split that money evenly last year with that thing with all those other teams at the bottom of the barrel. Everybody got like 2.1 million or something like that. And it's like, no, the teams that actually make it should get like 5 million and y'all can split the rest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the ACC doesn't do revenue share, so they're letting Miami keep the 20 million they get to go to the national championship on top of all the other money they made along the way.
Well, it's
also each national champion contender or participant gets $3 million in travel expenses.
You need $3 million. They're just driving down the road.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's just that's the rule. That's the rules. So the ACC is also letting Miami keep that full $3 million, which I thought was kind of cool. Like Miami doesn't have to travel. They'll have to buy hotels and stuff like that, and but they don't have to.
You don't have to, but they will. I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, you could literally sleep in your apartment and be to the game in 40 minutes down there.
Oh, you know they're gonna have those kids.
They're putting them in
like 5 days. They're probably there right now.
Yeah, they keep an eye on them and shit. They got the whole wing closed off and stuff. But yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know why Notre Dame. The biggest thing for Notre Dame about not joining the conference, and they play all other sports besides football in the ACC. And it's like the biggest thing for them. They didn't want to split their money. It's like, hell, it looks like you could go and not split it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
And you would have played in the ACC championship. You would have won it. You'd have been in the playoff.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Miami and their QB situation next year. But today's the last day to declare for the draft, so they're going to get the last pick of the litter, I guess, after Monday. This leads me to the Mark Cuban stuff. So Mark Cuban said some interesting stuff about NIL. He's the biggest donor for Indiana. But, well, first let's just start. How do you feel about billionaires just being able to go in and help their university and just throw as much money as they want at them for NIL? Like, literally buy a team.
I don't even mind it. It's the way of the world.
I don't either.
Every one of these universities has a billionaire in it somewhere. And everybody, if they want to throw it, just because their billionaires are more friendly with their money than the other ones, it's not their fault.
Yeah, look at Tech this year. Tech went out and bought a team. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you're taking that money and now you're sharing the wealth with the little guy, the players, right?
You're sharing it with the people who are earning you that fucking money.
Yeah.
Because that's who everybody comes to pay. That pays to play C, man. That's what they come to do. They come to watch the players play. They don't come to watch the AD or the president of the university or all that shit. They come to watch those players play the games, and that's why all that money's out there in the first place. So, yeah, they should get a big slice of it.
Yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine. If a billionaire wants to spend his money and go buy a team for go for it. Pay those players.
Now, I do think that you gotta, if you're the NCAA, maybe put some parameters on this thing. Put a cap. You can make it a reasonable cap, man. It ain't got to be like you allow each team $10 million. Hell, give them $30 million or whatever. But you don't have the Oregons of the world and stuff like that going out and spending $50 million. You know, that is an unfair disadvantage because there are going to be some people that do have more money or are more willing to come off of it. But you should be able to get a $35 million budget from everybody.
I have no problem with if someone wants to spend $50 million of their own money, go do it. I have no problem.
Money. It's your damn money. You earned it. You go spend it how you want to and everything. I'm just saying if the NCAA wants to kind of keep a wrangle on this thing or anybody for that matter, whoever's in charge of this shit, if you want to keep from being just the wild, wild west, eventually you're going to have to put a cap on it and make a salary cap too.
Grass guy, athletes haven't been there for education in decades.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
the hell, dude? I've got so many fucking friends that went to college for a degree and shit and got a piece of paper they can't even fucking use, man. That shit's a
yeah.
racket. And if y'all don't believe that, you're a damn fool because that shit's a racket to make money too.
Well, this is what's leading me to the Mark Cuban thing that I thought was interesting because I have no problem if someone wants to throw $50 million and go buy a team for a year. One, doesn't mean you're going to win. Two, it's real fun to root against that team when they make the playoffs because you know, and they get taken down because it's like, look, you can't buy championships. Sometimes it's going to work, not always though. Like Texas Tech this year. But what Mark Cuban said was because it hasn't been disclosed. It has not been disclosed how much he's donated. He made a comment on it and said, "There, I guess there's a famous bar there in Indiana or in the town or whatever." He's like, I've spent enough that could buy that bar, which isn't cheap. It's not a cheap bar to buy. So, we're talking millions, obviously, but his comments on it was very interesting because he was like, he's a billionaire, right? He could go out and drop 20 million if he wanted to, but he says no. Listen, what he loves about Indiana, what Kurt Sonetti's doing there, he goes, it's like the NBA salary cap. I'm going to give you some money, and it's your job to use that money and work with what you got, right? I don't want you going out and buying all the 5 stars because honestly, you just go get a bunch of 5 stars. That usually doesn't work out. The top of the top they usually don't mesh together well. He goes,
No.
instead, I
Egos.
want you to have to work and earn it. And that's what you see in Indiana. You see, okay, this is how much money we got. Let's go get some 3 and 4 stars and see who fits best. Because it's like the NBA salary cap. You can't just go buy all the best players. You got to figure out, okay, I need to pay $8 million for a shooting guard that's going to come off the bench, a 3-point specialist. I need to fill a need here, right? And I thought that was very, very wise of him to say and smart and say, no, I'm not just going to throw unlimited money at you. I'm going to give you some. You do well with it, I'll give you some more. But you're not just going to go get in a bidding war and try to buy the best players out there. I want you to use that money and be smart with it and go find those gems. Go find the guys that people are overlooking.
And here's a stat for you guys. I seen you say earlier that because Indiana cheated up there. Here's what you need to know. In that game against Oregon they played the other night, Oregon had 59 4 and 5 stars. Indiana had 0 5 stars and 7 4 stars. So they had 52 more 4 or 5 star players, and they beat them by 34 points. That ain't cheating. That's just being better at what you do. And that's not their fucking fault. When you go to college for a degree and you go through 4 years, you get this piece of paper, they tell you you're going to be able to do this, and you go to sign up for the job, and the person at the job's like, no, I don't really care about this, man. I don't. Happens every day. I've got countless friends that have college degrees that they can't use for shit now. That ain't worth the paper they're fucking printed on.
Good morning, Coco. Yeah, college is a scam unless you're going for like a specialty tech thing.
Yep.
Even then, it's way too overpriced. I would never.
Hell, it
Never.
takes damn
I
doctors and lawyers or people like you, like they went to pharmacy school and everything. Yeah, it takes years to pay back student loans and shit like that.
Oh, not only that, it takes years to get the damn degree. I did it fast, and I got mine in 7. That's still 7 damn years.
Exactly.
And that's fast. Most people do 8.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They're gonna tie you up and all that, and
Ain't
you're paying
working.
money hand over fist. God forbid you go to an out of state college.
Oh, yeah, that too. That's crazy. The out-of-state thing, though, you only have to pay it for 1 year, which is still a
It's
crazy amount
still
of money.
like
But
triple what it would be if you went in state.
yeah, because after 1 year, you can establish residency, and you're in state technically.
You still got to drop that $50K for the first one, though.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's gross. But no, I thought that was interesting by Mark Cuban, kind of having that mindset for it, and it makes sense. And kind of what I would expect from a businessman who's been very successful in his life,
Yeah, all that dude, everything that guy touches turns to gold.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter when you have the playbook. Y'all are some Connor Stallion sign stealing conspiracies and shit. You just need to wear a tinfoil hat around all the time, grass guy.
He does. He has a Game On hat on.
I'm gonna make me one. I'm gonna sit it over here, and y'all start talking crazy shit. I'm just gonna put it on.
He does. There's tinfoil in these hats, dude.
I'm gonna make an actual tinfoil one. I'm gonna set it over here, and every time y'all start talking crazy shit, I'm just gonna put it on.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't
that the truth?
Facts.
Two quick things before we wrap up here today. The Chargers fired Greg Roman after 2 seasons. It was time to move on.
It was
not good.
Not good. Not good. You got a quarterback with a rocket launcher arm. You scored 3 points in your playoff loss.
Yeah. And did you see what Stephen A. Smith did yesterday?
Oh, God, what?
He was talking about the Texans game. He goes, "We saw Charlie Kirk catch 8 receptions for 144 yards. I apologize. Oh, my God. Christian Kirk."
He called him Charlie Kirk.
And I was thinking, why would he mix that name up? Oh, yeah, because Stephen A. does a bunch of political stuff now, too. So that obviously is a topic in the political world after the assassination.
Yes, obviously.
But he on ESPN had his political cap on and was talking about Charlie Kirk instead of Christian Kirk. And then the memes just kept rolling, and it was Christian Kirk going up for a catch, but they cropped it Charlie's face on it.
I started to say, I knew the internet would take advantage of that, man.
Oh, man. It was an honest mistake. I just thought it was funny. The memes.
I mean, I can totally see that being an honest mistake there. But at the same time, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It would have probably been more fun just to watch all his colleagues' faces when he said that. That's probably the best part of that show.
Oh, yeah. I bet that table was like, yikes.
Yikes.
Stephen A. can get away with it, though.
Yep. He can.
I can't. I don't know if I can play it. I probably can play it, but here, let's see. I just hate doing this on YouTube because YouTube's such bitches about everything.
That's what we saw. We saw Charlie Kirk catch 8 receptions for 144 yards.
Yeah.
We saw
Christian Kirk.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh my God, Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
We saw.
Apologize. Oh my God.
I swear, if I get hit on YouTube for that, I'm gonna cuss him out.
Yeah, that shouldn't be nothing, man. The bot, you probably have to appeal it though. The bot will catch it. For sure.
For sure. All right, buddy. Well, good show today for a Wednesday.
Indeed.
I'm going to hang out with the chat for a couple of minutes while you get ready for the show, and then we'll come raid you.
Sounds good, sir. I need about 2 minutes or so, and I'll be good to go. But chat, have a great day. Y'all be safe out there. Good luck today, sir. You be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, sir.
All right.
Chat. It's just me now. We got to talk about... Have you heard about this Rumble wallet? Of course you have. We've been talking about it. They can cancel your accounts, freeze your cards, decide what you're allowed to buy or say or support. Big banks and financial institutions have total control, and they use it. That's why financial independence matters more than ever. Introducing the Rumble Wallet, a wallet built for real freedom. With Rumble Wallet, you control your money. Not a bank, not a government, not a tech company. Buy digital assets like Tether, Tether Gold, and Bitcoin in one secure place. No permission, no middleman, no cancel buttons. And when you want to support the creators you actually believe in, you can use the Rumble Wallet app to directly tip content creators securely, instantly, and without interference. And they don't have to be live. You can do it at any time, which is pretty cool. This isn't a credit line that can they can shut off. It's your wallet permanently. Yours to protect your future. Yours to protect your family. When the system fails, when institutions turn on their own people, financial sovereignty is the difference between security and vulnerability. Rumble Wallet isn't about politics. It's about freedom, ownership, and protecting what's yours. So take control today. Download Rumble Wallet now and step away from big banks for good. True ownership, true protection, true financial freedom. And it's really easy to download. It's easy to download and set up. It honestly really is. It's pretty cool. You guys know I've been talking about it for a while now, but it's sweet. And it's great for content creators. If you're a content creator, make sure you download that and set it up so people can send you stuff, because the tip goes directly to you. There's no, like, when you get super chats, rumble rants, percentage goes to the company and whatnot. No, the tip goes directly to you. So if you want to pay, if you want all your money, if you enjoy a creator and you want to give them some of your money, just know every time you do that in a super chat and rumble rant or anything like that, the platform gets a percentage of it. Apple takes a percentage of it if you do it on an iPhone. So if you want more of that money to go directly to them, I would recommend doing it through the Rumble wallet. That doesn't mean don't send those rumble rants and super chats, but it is pretty cool. And I'm Rumble's the first to do this. I'm curious to see if other platforms will follow. But and it's not just for this. Like it's your wallet. It's like it says, it's your Bitcoin. It's whatever you want in there. You don't have to just use it on Rumble or on the internet. I mean, it's wherever you're at that accepts cryptocurrency, you can use your wallet to pay for it. It doesn't have to be. You can use Bitcoin and send Bitcoin anywhere where it's accepted. It's not just a Rumble thing. It's literally, like it says, your bank. It's like a bank account, and only you have access to it. It's decentralized, so no one can access it but you. If you lose your passwords and whatnot, you can't go to Rumble and ask them to, send you a reset password type deal. It's lost. So it's like having your wallet that no one else has access to. So I'd go, if you're interested in that, go download the app today, go check it out. I think it's pretty sweet. And I think it's a game changer in the future. We gotta go find Crick's show. Where's it at? There it is. Get in here. We're gonna go raid. Listen, the show does not end here. We move on. We move over to Crick's Corner, where him and Grass Guy are gonna rant. Then they're gonna get into and talk about the lines, the betting and markets and lines today. So if you're interested in that, interested in more of this show, give us a follow here, and then go follow Crick over at Sports Picks over on Rumble. We have rated. We're headed over there, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit the like button while you're there. Give them a follow. We're trying to get Crick to 1,000 over on Rumble. That'd be huge. It would be huge. But yeah, there's Miss Leslie over there. Look at that. Look at those flags. Go spam the chat. Go get in there. Let them know you guys are watching. We'll be back tomorrow, though. No Thursday night football. Gonna be interesting. We're gonna get into more different sports topics and different discussions and kind of things like we did today that are kind of outside the norm now that we don't have as much football to talk about. We'll have to actually do our job and come up with interesting conversations. So, and then of course, Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be all NFL football. We'll be finding you guys player props to tail, Kalshi combos, all those fun things. So we make some money this weekend. I'll be doing my homework today and tomorrow. So we are geared up to make some money this weekend. I know some of you are going to lose money this weekend because you're going to listen to BMAC and go bet the damn Texans. Just remember, I warned you. But you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow morning bright and early, 4:15 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But until then, good luck, good gambling, and game on.